catch over here. There comes a smoke. Four of them moving together. Elder Titan going to be leading the way, of course. Oh, they're wrapping around. Witch Doctor, he's going to be a victim. Now comes a Stormhammer, and down goes the Witch Doctor. Maybe Voodoo Restoration? No, it ain't happening. Background, trying to catch actually Mirana is in a little bit of trouble. Look at the Demonic Purge right there from Shadow Demon, but he'll survive in the long run. He's got a little antsy up there. Wow, he's taking a lot of damage, actually. Okay, he actually does live, but yeah, fairly low right there. He's going to jump in front of the heal. Oh my god, Sing Sing, you're crazy. He's taking the tower still. This player. I love Sing Sing. Bone 7 gets put under meanwhile.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just caught him with that axe, of course, healing on up pretty effectively. Zapping around his Storm Spirit as the push is now coming out from Kaipi. See the top lane, they are split push, and Ember Spirit is up here. He's going to jet back, though, and realize, all right, going to bots back to base, have to defend if they're going to keep committing like this. So we'll fall back. The Aegis, by the way, is on Sing Sing, remember. Here we go with a jump now. The Searing Chain start things off. Sing Sing on the run in the background, but the BKB popped by Bone 7. He jumps on a Witch Doctor, a couple of attacks with that Echo Saber, and down goes Witch Doctor shortly after. So HQ doing a good job of not over-committing right here. But they may lose some racks in the process. It's just so much damage as a team. And the support on one another seems pretty strong as well. Lincoln Spirit just purchased by Ember Spirit right there. Witch Doctor pipes back, actually, as Storm Spirit then jets on in, catches Mirana initially, but he gets stomped, and he gets slept as a result. He's in trouble. The Ravage comes out, the Scythe on top, and down goes Storm Spirit. He is not buying back, actually. Witch Doctor going to do the dieback right here. And off to the side, Terrorblade, he just simply is trying to survive right here. He has a Sunder ready to go, actually, but not really finding the best spot to use it as the Sing Sing did fall. But, of course, the Aegis bringing him right back up. So they get the melee racks. The ranged racks will survive for the time being. And Mirana with 4,200 gold will start falling back. Ember Spirit getting a little cocky there. That's Stormhammer looking a little funky. Had the Lincoln Sphere anyway, so doesn't take the stun, but oh man, Terrorblade melts as soon as he comes out of that disruption. But Sven is also caught right there. Those Searing Chains doing work from Ember Spirit, so hanging around maybe a little bit too long, but they got the middle racks, and now they're going to fall back as well. So
the prize is mine.
Got a 20-18 lead in favor of a Kaipi, but more importantly, you see the net graph after all that, especially over 10,000 now. Numbers of 12,000 experience. Both Sven and Mirana just continue to get bigger and better. And this just seems like a team that just is going to snowball together. Like, this makeup seems like it's going to scale very well as this game continues to move on. I mean, yes, the Ember Spirit is always going to be dangerous. This Terrorblade pickup is actually very interesting. How do they run this? Now that I'm really looking at this lineup, they must have did some kind of tri-lane here with like a solo Ember as well as a Storm Spirit, the Spirit Brothers. Has there ever been a game where there's an Earth Spirit, a Storm Spirit, and Ember Spirit in the same game? I wonder if, and I'm talking about like a serious game. I wonder if that's actually ever been a thing. That kind of just hit me. Anyways, this Terrorblade though, he has the Hurricane Pike to go with the Manta style. His net worth it's all right. So kind of curious to see like how the laning phase went in this game. But yeah, Ember Spirit, definitely a fun hero to watch, and kind of one of those heroes that feels like the game's never truly over. He can split push like a boss here. Now with that Lincoln's once again, that'll help give him some reaction time even more. See him pushing in there, but will fall back before he gets jumped. Again, if he doesn't have that Lincoln's, I think Sven might be jumping him right there. But nothing he can do to take it out first. So Moonshard, by the way, on Sven now. He has the Helm of the Dominator sitting on the stash. Daedalus Recipe also there. So looking to get some heavier hits thrown in. ZR Rock, I do see your message, by the way. I can't respond via Whisper just yet, but I'm going to pass on that for now. However, I'll get in contact with you for a future cast. So I think I am going to be wrapping up after this cast here. which is why I say that. So I am getting a little tired, and I know that there is other coverage out there for this as well. So. Anywho, group up at the bottom lane of Kaipi. The, wow, Octarine Core on a Mirana now. I don't think I've seen this farmed of a Mirana before. This is ridiculous. Ags, Octarine Core, Scythe. He is doing work. So I'm kind of torn, because I mean, I do like Sing Sing, and this team here with Kaipi seems like a fun team, but at the same time, from what my little bit of research I've done, it looks like Hard Questions, HQ over here, they're the only actual American team remaining in the American qualifiers. So it's like, I kind of want them to win too. So the fact that this is a pretty even game, I guess kind of helps, but could be anyone's. Kaipi, though, obviously they're the ones that kind of stabbed first, broken through first. See now the Chrysalis picked up by Amber Spirit.
Then.
The demon's blessing. And more of you.
But yeah, this makeup here of HQ, I mean, they not only have the Ember Spirit, but this Terrorblade, who's actually not very strong just yet by any means, but he's definitely getting scary himself. I mean, again, the Hurricane Pack, the Manta style alone, two strong core items to have, and considering he wasn't even necessarily that core kind of hero this game as far as being the one role at least, it's really not too bad. So the longer this game does go on, I think Kaipi knows this too, that they are going to have to feel really uncomfortable. So wanted to definitely finish this sooner than later, I'm sure.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Got Elder Titan scouting around. Again, he has a Shadow Blade he picked up recently. Nice luxury item to have. I wonder if Shadow Blade is actually the best choice. You know, what really is that bringing to him over other supporter style items slash initiation tools? So what does it require to make the Silver Edge? Does make an ultimate orb, so he is going the full-on Silver Edge here. And against this HQ team, I guess Silver Edge could be pretty powerful, so that seems like the ultimate goal here. Makes more sense now for Elder Titan. Kind of talking it out there. There's the Daedalus pickup by Sven, meanwhile. And now Kaipi is going to come together to make a move here. Do they have, they don't have the Aegis, do they?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Roshan not up just yet, so that would be why. Meanwhile, they are trying to break through. Bone 7 leading the way. Terrorblade, though, splits up. Metamorphosis is activated. So you got to be extra careful here if you're Kaipi. Don't want to throw this by any means. I mean, Sven, he does pop the PKP. They're going to jump him. There's the Ravage in the background. Meanwhile, the double Ravage actually coming out right there as a result of the refresher. In comes your Splitter as well. There's a buyback on the Terrorblade immediately. Storm Spirit in the midst of it. He flies back to base before he actually gets killed. So that double Ravage, though, a lot of lockdown. I got to say, not as many kills, though, as they would have hoped for, I would think. Only killing Terrorblade through a double Ravage. Not necessarily the greatest, but they did get the tower. And a little bit of damage onto the racks here. Now, Elder Titan is ported to the top lane to continue his farm up here and push out the lane. Meanwhile, Storm Spirit does jump into the background, pulling onto Sing Sing. Terrorblade following suit. He does have a Sunder, still good to go. He's going to start dropping a little bit. Will he get a good timing off right here? Can he get a Sunder off now? Yes, he can, onto Sing Sing. Not enough damage, though. In fact, he's trying to be force-staffed away as Witch Doctor is picked up. Ember Spirit flying through with a Sleight of Fist. Has that shield up with the Flame Guard as well, but he is currently slept due to the result of the Echo Slam. Back here, Elder Titan. Speaking of that Echo Slam, he eventually is going to be killed off. The Blinding Light not enough to save him. But now Titan are kind of standing his ground. They did end up picking off Murata. And yeah, you got Ember Spirit, chasing still As Bone 7 going back in. He gets the... No, he doesn't even get the kill. What was Bone 7 thinking? Okay, Tidehunter is actually going to clean up Storm Spirit when it's all said and done at least. But now 3-3, a.k.a. Tidehunter, is in trouble. As Tomato on the Ember Spirit is chasing him down. I don't think Tidehunter is getting away from this. Pops out the Gush. Not only just takes out the Lincoln Cell for not much use. That Courier, he's going to put the gem on the Courier, it looks like. Oh, but the Courier is killed by Terrorblade, who then picks it up, picks up the gem, and then takes out the ward that happened to be there. What the hell was that fight about? That fight had some fairly entertaining moments, I think is safe to say. Oh, God. What Sven was thinking going back in like he did right there. That was something. I mean, maybe he figured he was going to be chased down anyway, so I guess that is part of it. He figured Ember Spirit was probably going to catch up to him, so why not just go for a kill? And hey, did end up getting the kill to Storm Spirit, so maybe it really wasn't the worst thing ever. It just looked funny the way it played out. Roshan, though, he is melting away. You see Coddle going to make a play that he's nearby at least, and more are coming, so Roshan not dying fast enough. This is going to be scary for them. Okay, here's the kill. Sing Sing, though, he cannot steal it. He got stunned as soon as he went in. Terrorblade actually picked it up as Ear Split comes out in the background right here. There's the Hex on a Terrorblade. He has a Sunder. He does get it off in time. Sing Sing's out of trouble. And oh, he pops, he's going to stay alive for the time being. I believe that might have been Cheese or something. Healed him out really quickly. And now Bone 7 jumps in with a BKB. Terrorblade, though, oh, beautiful job with the Hurricane Pack over the ledge. And he'll survive. Storm Spirit in the midst of that. Takes out Marana right there. And all of a sudden, it's just Bone 7 by himself. He blink daggers away. Storm Spirit low on mana. Ember Spirit, though, in pursuit. The root comes out. He puts the stun, and it actually kills with the cleave on his Storm Spirit. You got to be careful with that positioning behind a target that's getting cleaved down. Now, Bone 7, though, I think he actually is going to be chased down and killed right here. So, Kaipi, they're getting some damage on the Tier 4 towers, but they can clean up again. This is what I'm talking about. I mean, this is a team makeup that most certainly can scale very well into the late game, and they're kind of getting to that point. You got the Daedalus now on Ember Spirit. Terrorblade has the Aegis on him to go with that plate mail that he has currently picked up. We'll see what that evolves into. As Sing Sing, oh, did he get too cocky right there? I think so. The Sunder comes out. He is going to be fine, but he took a lot of damage in the process. They're going to lose a set of racks themselves. This game, all of a sudden, we still have time left. We still have plenty of game left, I should say, with how this is turning out. Ember Spirit gets away before, and he stomped can land onto him now. And there's the Eye of Scotty now purchased on Ember Spirit as well, so help both tank but also just prevent that kite factor from kicking in. Yeah, this was a very strong mid-game team in the hands of Kaipi here, but one that will start to taper off now, most certainly against the likes of HQ. Double Ravage, it is good to go again. As we saw last time, he definitely has enough mana for it, just enough.
Of haste.
Smoke here. Nope, just simply going to use the Shadow Blade. Still does not have the Silver Edge. Wants to save a buyback for the time being. Oh, they see Ember up here. But he is going to bots away. Played by Ember Spirit, knowing that they were perhaps coming for him. Yeah, Storm Spirit, only 4 charges on the Bloodstone, but hey, he's doing plenty for the team, doing what they need him to do. As Terrorblade and Ember especially are the ones that are really becoming these late game presence heroes. Yeah, jumped into this game and it felt like Kaipi was in a great spot, and I mean they were, but this is their lineup and some decision making perhaps, especially in this bottom lane fighting going on. They dove very heavy. They used a double Ravage only to kill Terrorblade. He just bought back anyways. Really trying to force the issue, and that was without an Aegis on top of that. They could have easily waited for a Roshan to respawn, and then kind of reset things and go from there. But definitely some hindsight, sure, but. Could have been the choice. They keep grouping up as if they're going to be smoking, but Hasn't happened yet. Terrorblade's also done a good job landing some clutch Sunders here. Yeah, there's some smokes on the Courier. I love this Courier, by the way. That's awesome. Courier's awesome. I want this Courier. This is probably a really expensive Courier, isn't it? Because I actually really like it. I don't like. You know, I'm not like one to be like, oh, this is such an amazing skin. I really will have to have this. I want this fucking Courier. It's probably really expensive though. Damn it. Anyways.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower.
Top tower goes down. Arrow flies on through. Terrorblade still has that Aegis, so it's got to be reclaimed here in the near future, though. Is that the sound of it being reclaimed? Yeah. So no more Aegis to be had. 4,800 gold in Ember Spirit. Could he get rid of anything? But at what cost? Jesus Christ. Thanks for the $3 donation, Dark Harzi. Appreciate it. It's great to see that you're improving so much what you were a few weeks ago, PogChamp. Keep it up. Thanks, Dark Harzi. Appreciate the $3 donation. $6,500 gold on Sven here. So yeah, a case of both sides kind of being in the spot of really having a lot of gold on their core heroes here. And Sven, he could definitely eat that Moonshard, of course, and get something else. I mean, what does he feel like he may need this game? I don't know. He's kind of been getting kited. And what would help with that? I mean, I have Scotty, but is that really the direction he wants to go in? I don't think it is. I guess the MKB may be the obvious choice then, but he's going to get a Reaver here. Wait, what? What's happened? Oh, a Satanic picked up. Okay. Gets the Satanic purchase. That makes sense. Good survivability to be had. I do obviously think, you know, eating the Moonshard eventually here and then getting just more raw damage. Probably something like that MKB would make sense too. Bottom lane, nope, just the Invis Elder Titan. Mirana down here. What's Mirana got coming? Oh, just Dagon level 1, NBD. Provide some nice burst damage to be had, so I'm going to try to start leveling that up now to eventual level 5 Dagon. Storm Spirit, 3,900 gold saved up. A lot of gold being saved on multiple heroes here. Obviously, buyback is important. Storm Spirit, though, catching Elder Titan. There's a port coming in, though, from the Dire side, and they just all of a sudden everybody here. But Storm Spirit's like, well, I'm back at base. So the attempted bait not coming through necessarily for Kaipi here. The illusions are also something that I haven't really talked too much about, but the illusions of Terrorblade have no doubt been so annoying to deal with, constantly scouting with them, as any illusion-based hero would be doing, of course. That and Shadow Demon, actually. Wow, I almost forgot about Shadow Demon. That's right. They also got Shadow Demon in this game. Yeah, Storm Spirit, no, he just flies in and flies out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Zip, zap, zoop. Bone 7, BKB activated, and that's going to be wearing off any second now. He blinks away. So just got to try to play the exhausting game of just slowly trick away at the towers in the base here if you're Kaipi. But I just feel like I don't know if that's necessarily But I don't have an answer, though, either, so I can't say here that's not the answer when I don't have any suggestions. I hate when people do that, right? So I almost just feel like they missed their window. Kaipi just missed their window of actually really winning this game. And they're relying on throw now from HQ. They're relying on Ember Spirit, you know, getting completely caught out of position. I guess it's a mix of throw, but also just a big catch from Kaipi. But the likelihood of that happening with the way that I've been seeing that HQ play this game seems pretty slim, honestly. So oh my God. Divine Rapier picked up by Ember Spirit. So it is that time, apparently. What did he sell for that? What did he have just before that? Battle Fury bots. Oh, he had the... no, Daedalus is there with the... I have Scotty and the Lincolns. Huh, I'm blanking what he sold.
Zap.
Anyways, he has a Divine Rapier, though. Part of me is a little curious about that in terms of, are they the ones that need it? I don't know. I almost feel like that's what you should be getting for Sven, to be honest, at this point. That's like an all-in, we need to now finish this game, but we'll see how it works. Obviously, that's going to be massive damage, and Ember Spirit has really kind of proven that he's very difficult to kill, so I guess that's a fair item to have here, but that's also scary, you know. Don't want to be dropping that. Cheese is going to be picked up by Tide Hunter, but yeah, the Aegis picked up by Marana? No, who the hell got the Aegis? Elder Titan picks up the Aegis. Interesting. So now with that Aegis, Kaipi going to group up bottom. A lot of pings coming out. Seeing that this is a decision being made here. Wow, a butterfly purchased by Sven. Actually, can't say I was expecting that as the item choice here for him here. Gets rid of that Echo Saber. Jumps on Ember Spirit, but he's going to get away immediately. Pops a BKB, but of course that's going to be wearing off. There's one Ravage. Remember, he has a second one. Two still used. Star Spirit flies back in the background. They catch Sven actually at half-life. Sven is going to drop right there. The Sunder not even used actually by Monkeys Forever here on the Terrorblade. That Metamorphosis, they do kill the melee racks, but at what cost there? As Sven does have a buyback. All right, well, they got the melee rack, so I guess that is something for Kaipi. But what a hold by HQ, meanwhile. No buybacks, no deaths to be had on their side. I mean, they seemed comfortable that whole time, really. The Ravage just didn't necessarily do a whole lot. Did he even use a second one? Yeah, no, he still had his second Ravage to use. He just could not get it off in time. So Sven being locked down as long as he was. The BKB was used very early. Only to die shortly after, so that is pretty crucial, too. Now you see a Bloodthorn pickup on Storm Spirit, meanwhile. They're going to try to force a Sven buyback here, so they easily get the middle and the last remaining outer tower. He sold Blink. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, thanks for the heads up there. I'm completely blanking on what he sold there. Scythe now picked up on Shadow Demon at well. That's nice to see. Nearly a 60-minute game. Shadow Demon with the Aether Lens to go with that Scythe of his now. And the Assault Curious has obviously been finished on it. Terrorblade, and now here's the middle push. They take out the tower. They're going for a melee racks of their own. Probably going to get it. Buyback on Sven not happening. They're willing to give up one set of racks, it looks like. I don't know about that decision, to be honest. I feel like all the racks are so important with this race right here. They're going to get the lockdown onto Storm Spirit, but in comes Disruptor to, or excuse me, in comes Shadow Demon to help him out. And get the hell on out of there. Is Terrorblade going to be able to get this range rack spot him? No, he's not. Ember Spirit sticking around a little bit, but will not commit to anything. Smoke and a seat pop, though, back here. Oh, they're going to try to do like a fake fallback of sorts. This could be big if somebody gets a little antsy on Kaipi's side. They're buying smoke themselves, though. They might be smoking up themselves here. And going for a pick here. Looks like it. All 5 smoked. Are they going to get the jump they're looking for? That's an illusion. They went right past it. They know that. They're going to be spotted, though. Pinging all over the place. The spam pings come out. They get the kill on a Shadow Demon. Also Witch Doctor. Those are just the supports, though. Not the biggest deal. In the background, Other Titan trying to get the lockdown. Catches Terrorblade, pops the BKB though. He has a center. He's going to use it right there. Sven being pulled in as Storm Spirit is in here with that Bloodthorn defense. Ember Spirit off to the side as well. On to Sing Sing. Blinding Light pushback. Not going to be enough to save Sven right there. He goes down. Mirana now taking this damage. There's Ravage with his second. There's Titan with the second Ravage, but it's not enough to save Mirana, who buys back immediately. Sven staying dead. Finally, he buys back throughout all of this, but Ember Spirit with that Divine Rapier, he is wrecking face right here. The Ember Spirit using the Fire Remnants to help him get further, but actually, if he gets caught here, is this going to be a Divine Rapier drop? That could be huge. He's sporting all over the place. Goes with the bots. Is it successful? No, it's not. Down he goes. And the Divine Rapier on the ground. He gets rid of the Daedalus. He picks it up. And the Daedalus will be snatched up by the Courier. So that is what I'm talking about with the Divine Rapier. It's like, was that even necessary for Ember Spirit? I don't know, man. Oh, no. So now you give up a Divine Rapier to Sven here. Granted, he did drop a Daedalus for it, so he's subbing a lot of damage for, I would think, more sustained damage, but this burst is obviously not as high anymore. Burst potential, at least, with the crits coming out. But arguably more importantly, it takes it out of the hands of Ember Spirit is the big thing. So now all of a sudden Ember Spirit is not looking as scary here. Granted, he's down one item slot, basically. So he has another 4,600 gold saved up. He just bought back, obviously. So he's probably going to look to spend that gold pretty much right away as soon as he has it. But once again, things are going to calm down now. So that was our surge of action we had right there. Look at the net worth all of a sudden for Sven. Meanwhile, 3,800 with that pickup. He ate the Moonshard, obviously. Oh, that's what happened earlier. I was blanking on what he was doing there with his inventory, but that's right. He ate the Moonshard. It's a Butterfly now. And let's throw a Divine Rapier on top of that.
Light speed.
Middle lane, oh my god, there's a couple of catches actually. They do catch Sven. Stun comes out. He does have a BKB as well as a Satanic. Pops the God Strength, trying to do everything. The kite is real though. It's not enough to save. Earthquake comes out. Meanwhile, there we go. He gets the jump onto, actually, Terrorblade Cinder's going to be used though. With that Satanic up though, Bone 7 goes back to full life. Terrorblade's going to get picked off. And Storm Spirit has to run. He cannot get out, though. More buybacks happening from either side. Over here, you got Ember Spirit porting out. He will be successful in the end. Ravage coming off good in 1 second. Did not come in time, though. But all these buybacks being used on either side, but especially HQ side. This Divine Rapier in the hands of Sven. The fact he got the Satanic auto attacks off was huge. And the supporting cast around him. Absolutely insane. He buys a Desolator, does Ember Spirit, with that gold he has saved up. Figures he just needs some kind of extra damage to fill that last spot right there. And might as well be that Desolator in place. So, into the base we go, though. The tower just immediately falls. God Strength not out for another 20 seconds, so maybe they want to wait for that before they really go all out here. BKB and Satanic good to go, though. Oh, they just jump in the background. Actually, Ravage comes out. They quickly get the kill on a Witch Doctor. Down goes Ember Spirit. No buyback. That could do it right there. Kaipi is victorious, and they're going to the semifinals here of the BostonMajor American Qualifiers as they officially knock out the last American remaining team of the American Qualifiers. So congratulations to Kaipi. Divine Rapier from Ember Spirit. I don't know, man. I'm not saying 100% that's why they lost, but at the time it just seemed so risky and so frankly unnecessary for them to pick up there. But he gets it. He ends up getting picked in a fight later on. That's the thing with Divine Rapier as well. I feel like it almost makes you play a little more defensive at times. And I feel like that kind of happened there maybe in that fight too with Ember Spirit, where he was worried about just trying to simply survive for a lot of that fight rather than just simply getting off crazy amount of auto attack damage as a result of having that Divine Rapier. So saw him get killed, saw the drop, and he saw Sven obviously pick it up and eventually come back to win the match there. So well played by Kaipi, and they stay alive in the semifinals now. Whew, what games we had today. That was a lot of fun here as far as casting some of these